Hey everybody, welcome back to DVD Tuesday, the only DVD review show that's legally distinct from Attack of the Show's DVD Tuesday. I am going to be talking about a very strange cult Japanese film today that is badass and awesome and very short, and definitely niche as fuck. It's Electric Dragon 80,000 Volts, which is a cool-ass movie. So basically, this movie is almost more of a music video than a film. It's written and directed by a guy named Sogo Ishii, who is sort of a experimental Japanese filmmaker and also noise musician. And so this movie is as much about being a noise rock album as it is about being a movie. It's about this guy. I don't remember his name. What the fuck? Dragon Eye Morrison. He is a reptile investigator. His job is he owns a whole bunch of like iguanas and lizards and shit, and he goes around and looks for those. Like when when someone loses a reptile, he goes around town and finds it. He's like Ace Ventura Pet Detective, but exclusively for lizards. So he spends a lot of for whatever reason, he can control electricity. He got into an accident when he was a kid, and he's a high voltage person. And in order to dispel his pent up electrical energy, which builds up when he gets mad, then he performs noise music. He has a guitar, and he just shreds on it and makes crazy fucking loud noises to disperse some of his overabundance of high voltage energy. He sleeps on like a metal table with like shackles. Like he has to shackle himself into his bed so that he won't like explode or something, Yeah, very odd character. This character doesn't say much throughout this movie. He spends most of it looking for a lost reptile. Apparently he according the back of the box is like almost the whole movie summarized, I feel like, but he's because the reptilian part of his brain is making him increasingly violent, it says. So then a guy shows up called Thunderbolt Buddha, or Raiden Buddha. And Raiden Buddha, whose face is half a Buddha mask, is like, I don't know what his deal is, but he's trying to I guess he's like an evil mastermind who needs electrical power. He's trying to harness electricity. So he's working as an electric appliance repairman. He's like going around repairing satellites and stuff in order to harness their electricity for his devices. So he finds out about Dragon Eye Morrison here, and he wants to harness his electrical power. So most of this movie is Dragon Eye Morrison, played by Tadanobu Asano, who's everybody's favorite Japanese actor, is in fucking literally everything. Tadanobu Asano is just, this is almost a slice of life movie at the beginning. Like, it tells you the backstory of the main characters, and then it's just kind of showing him what his life is like. That he plays guitars, he hangs out with iguanas, he searches for iguanas, and that's mostly what he's about. And Raiden Buddha finds out about him and is trying to sort of piss him off and to get him to confront him so that he can harness his power. So basically, what it all comes down to is eventually Raiden Buddha fucks with him in a real major way, and he gets real pissed off, and they have a big electric fight. And that's the movie. This thing's like 50 minutes long, if that. It's pretty fucking short. 55 minutes, yeah. It's in and out. It's really to the point. It's all in black and white, I should mention. Here's some screenshots from the film. It's black and white, and it's soundtracked by this really loud, intense, industrial noise record, which is fucking awesome. And I guess it's the director is like a part of the band. It's a band they put together called Mach 1.67. And it's just really if you love industrial noise rock, then this soundtrack is a must. Even if you don't watch the movie, the soundtrack is like the best part. It even comes with it, I think. I believe that's what this is. Yeah, the original soundtrack comes in the DVD case. It's fucking badass. I absolutely love this movie just for getting to watch mostly a guy run around searching for reptiles to the soundtrack of grinding industrial noise music. And then there's also like an announcer playing over the whole thing, where like the whole movie will have all these like static sounds and radio signals and waves like pulsating over the tracks, over the movie. And there's a guy who, he sounds like he's being picked up through radio signals, who's just kind of like announcing, almost like he's announcing wrestlers, the characters, where like Raiden Buddha shows up and there's like a theme song for him, and this guy is screaming like, Raiden Buddha da! Like to introduce him to the movie. It's the coolest shit in the world. I also recommend the soundtrack, particularly because it has these 3 bonus songs that I think maybe one of them's in the credits or something, but they're bonus songs that actually have vocals, and they're just awesome. They're these 3 pulse-pounding, intense noise rock songs that are just fucking, like, they have more of a punk edge. Like, the other stuff's more industrial, but those 3 songs are just like these biting noise punk songs that are really intense and get your fucking blood pumping. So yeah, this movie is an excuse for this aesthetic, basically. It's an excuse for the aesthetic of noise rock, heavy metal, like there's lots of metallic imagery in this movie. The penultimate epic scene, the big scene before the climax, that's like the one that like is the big emotional moment of the movie, involves the main character whose guitar has been smashed, cobbling together the ultimate noise Frankenstein guitar out of pieces of scrap metal and just jamming on a giant fucked up guitar. That's like the big moment in this movie. So yeah, if you're into noise music, you need to watch this. It's for that crowd. It's for people who like this kind of music, this kind of aesthetic, this just loud, rancid, fucking guitar tones. And if you don't care about that kind of music, I mean, if you really like fun experimental art house films that are not meant to be taken seriously at all, that clearly aren't trying to do anything deeper than be fun and have a unique aesthetic, then you might like this movie. There is no higher voltage. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Give it a shot.